Hey guys, I was going to give you a poetry update. Uh, Surprisingly, I wouldn't have thought very much would be going on with my poetry these days, but several things is or are going on. Uh, for one thing, a dear friend of mine that's been a friend since, well, early 70s suggested that I take one of my poetry books and try to get it published. And I had mentioned to him that another friend, a lady friend, had asked me to do the same thing with a particular book a couple years back, and that lady friend had even kind of worked on the book to make it more presentable, but it never went anywhere. So my friend, my male friend, is a very gentle guy, very loving, highly accomplished, very highly accomplished. He actually did something one time on behalf of one of the presidents of the United States, believe it or not. So, highly accomplished. Anyway, he's never asked me to do anything in this entire life. So, the fact that he was not only asking me to do something that was me doing something for myself, and that he was asking in an even slightly persistent way, and that he's been such a good, loving friend for 1970 now, that's about 500,000 years, spurred me to, of course, start a project that's called the Poetry Book Publishing Project, and I do try to give him a little one-sentence report every week or two. Last night, a week or two ago, I went through Gemini and I said, what would be the steps in getting this published? And of course, Gemini gave me what I think was like 22 steps to take. So after each step, I put that information in an email to myself. It gave me 22 email steps to take. And I'm now attempting to go through those steps one by one. I'm still on the very first one, which I numbered number 3, which is, if you guys know me, that's part of my bailiwick anyway. So yeah, so I'm working on number 1, and I might either read it aloud today or have natural reader read it to me or something to try to get it to sink into my brain. So that's one thing in poetry. Another thing in poetry is that a recent poetry book that I've been working on called Z Poems, that I've been working on for probably at least a year, I would say, if not 2 years. I got the first draft finished, which is nice. So, yeah, and like I said in another video somewhere, when I finish a poetry book draft, first draft, I usually am very bereft of the ability to write any poetry for a few months, but surprisingly in this case, another set of poems started bubbling up. So I call these KKZ poems, and they're very different than the other book, but they're more prose poems. For example, got 2 or 3 for that book already, so that's nice. So a lot of stuff going on. Hope you guys are well. I got Zen here in another, 45 minutes maybe. Love you guys a lot, and I'm probably gonna just do my usual day, meetings with alignable people, and happily I'm having lunch with my friend Jim, and I may or may not talk to anybody about the Bay Area Community Service Center, which I like and I'm going to promote and talk about more often. Do a couple of individual where I just talk to the camera about it and post those. So, yeah. Anyway, love you guys. I'll certainly talk to you. I could use one of my corny Ohio things here. If I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture. Alright, later, dog. At least I own being from Ohio, even though it does me great harm, probably. Alright, later, dog.